And Shebahn is back with us. Hi, Shebahn.
A very,
Morning,
very,
Shebahn.
very good morning to you both. What a day to be up and on the radio with Rory, or just listening to you guys this morning. Just everybody's equally as buzzing, you know. Rosie would have been incredible. It would have been brilliant, but the fact that Rory's done it is just, it's so special. You know, he's the reason I love golf, and now it's done. And I think, as you guys touched on, it's now like the floodgates can open and off he goes. The pressure is off, and he could go and he could do more. You know, he could win more majors this season.
He could. He's certainly young enough. When he's young enough, he's got time on his side, you know. I wonder, it's a side issue. I wonder whether Justin Rose, will ever get the chance to win the Masters again, because he's 44 now, sort of similar age to me and Coisty.
Yes, it's very similar, yeah.
But
that's the thing, Jeff. Like, you look at Bernard Langer, you know. You're like, what was he, 68? Have I just aged him?
I think 67, 68.
67, I think.
67.
Golf
He was brilliant, by the way. He was...
You know,
he's an exception, honestly, Shebahn. He and Freddie Couples are exceptions, because most of the guys, when they get to that age, they're not competitive anymore.
Right.
Mind you, but Justin's got 20 years before he gets there. So
this is it. That's what's beautiful about the sport. It's not made, actually, the back pages today. We should get more on Rory's win at the Masters in the later editions, but more football focus, the back page of the Sun. That's for you, boss. The 4 is a 4. Gary Stonehouse in the back page of the Sun, skipper Bruno dedicated Newcastle's rout of Manchester United to stricken Eddie Howe. To-go hero Harvey Barnes said after the game he's on the road to recovery, hopefully. He's so influential throughout the week. We knew that we had a job to do without him. It was a very good performance once again from Newcastle, and an absolute howler from Manchester United.
Yeah, well, it was. I mean, it's hard to believe, isn't it, that 2 seasons ago Manchester United finished above Newcastle United in the table, and look where they are respectively now. And Coisty, I tell you what was interesting as well, Thomas Tuchel was there, and he has to be looking at Harvey Barnes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, couple of great goals, guys. Couple of great goals. His first one, where he just gambles and the ball coming back across the face of the goal. And particularly, I thought his second one, he just pounced on the slip. I think it was Mazraoui that slipped, and he pounced on it. The finish was absolutely excellent. Excellent finish, yeah, without doubt. But I just thought, even when Garnacho equalised, it was an onslaught. I just thought Newcastle, you know, that place when they're up for it and the fans are behind them, they were kind of unstoppable. And you look at them now, game in hand, could go 2 points clear into third place if they win that game in hand. What an opportunity! What a season they could have. Win that cup, finish the Champions League places again. Incredible.
Yeah.
Does that make you think, Jeff, then, about the injury situation? Because last season Newcastle were injury stricken, weren't they? And a number of teams are affected, but does it make you look at Manchester United, who've had a tough season when it comes to injuries, and think that if he gets a fully fit squad...
No, they're hopeless. Fully fit squad. People were saying yesterday, he's rotated because they got Leon on Thursday. Well, hang on a second. The key players all played yesterday. Bruno Fernandes played yesterday. Dalot played yesterday. Garnacho played yesterday. If you look at the squad, Luke Shaw coming back is a plus for them if he gets fit again. Although actually, Harry Amas, who came in, I thought he did really, really well for a young boy. I thought he was excellent. But they haven't got the squad. You know, I mean, you look at that Newcastle United side and the Manchester United side, it's a simplistic argument. Not one Manchester United player in the starting 11 or on the bench would get into that Newcastle side. Not one.
Not even Bruno.
Well, who's he going to replace?
Yeah, true. I mean,
I like Bruno Fernandes.
I know.
I think without him, Manchester United could easily be in the bottom 3.
Okay, fair enough. Shall we talk about Chelsea? What's your thoughts there? Because Ipswich, fair play to them, took a 2-goal lead, and then, of course, Chelsea come back into Enzo Maresca coming down on the fans. I think when a manager goes down that road, it's like, don't open up that can of worms.
Oh, you don't. You've no chance. You don't take on the fans. Absolutely, you don't take on the fans. You can ask them for support. You can ask them to get behind you. But listen, once you start taking them on, that is a fight. Nobody's winning. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody's winning. The problem wasn't the fans. The problem, once again, was Chelsea's inability to win a game that, you know, with the greatest respect to Ipswich, if Chelsea want to finish in Champions League places, these are games that they have to win. And you've got less of a chance doing it, stating the obvious, when you go 2-0 down. So, no, the problem ain't the fans. The problem is an inconsistency in results. That's the problem.
And he says there, we lost a bit of confidence because of the environment, thereby guaranteeing that the environment next time will be far worse. Far worse. Because you don't get fans on side, as Cossey said. You don't get fans on side by criticising them, for goodness sake. And, he hasn't got the excuse of injuries anymore either, because they've got Jackson back, they've got Madueke back, they've got Palmer, so... I don't know what the future holds for Enzo Maresca.
Watching the highlights, the highlights. I mean, I'm just looking at the game, and they had 2 or 3 chances. I've got to say, Palmer in goal for Ipswich had 2 or 3 fantastic saves toward the end of the game. I've got to say, and you've got to give them credit for that. And they probably should have went on to win the game. But the fact of the matter is, they didn't.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.